Hello, students. How are you all? I hope you all are in good health and taking great care of yourself. Very good morning to all and welcome to our English class. In the previous class, students, we have completed our chapter number 3, that is Mina's letter. We have completed the explanation and we have also done all the exercises in the previous classes, right? And if you have gone through all the videos, you might have completed the exercises which are already there in the textbook. क्योंकि टेक्स्ट बुक में जो एक्सरसाइजेज है काफ़ी सारी एक्सरसाइजेज आपको टेक्स्ट बुक में ही करनी है. ओनली द थिंग विच यू वुड बी राइटिंग इट डाउन इन द नोटबुक्स वुड बी योर मीनिंग्स ऑफ दैट चैप्टर एंड ऑल्सो द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स. और ऐसी कोई एक्सरसाइज अगर है जो आप टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं लिख सकते हो तो आप वो एक्सरसाइज अपनी इंग्लिश की नोटबुक में लिख सकते हो, राइट. सो आई डोंट थिंक दैट यू आर रिमेनिंग विथ लॉट्स ऑफ वर्क, राइट. आपको होमवर्क बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होगा और आपने कल जो आपको पीडीएफ भेजा था वो भी आपने देख लिया होगा, राइट. सो प्लीज़ मेक श्योर टू कंप्लीट योर वर्क. ओके, नाउ टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ अ न्यू टॉपिक and the topic is a poem named The Veggie Lion. Now students, what do you mean by a veggie lion? What do you think, students? Veggie lion means the lion who eats vegetables. Now have you ever heard about such lion? Well, we have never heard such thing before, right? Because who is lion? Yes, lion is the king of jungle. And what do you know about lion, students? कैसा होता है lion? What do you call a lion? Well, lion is considered to be a wild animal. It's a king of jungle. It only eats meat because it's a carnivore, right? Carnivore का मतलब क्या होता है? The animal who only eats flesh of another animal, right? Those animals are considered to be carnivorous animals. And lion is also one of the carnivore, right? And it roars very loudly and it is and the lion is very scary, right? And it kills the animals whenever he feels hungry. Whichever animal comes in front of him and if he is hungry then he might kill that animal, right? That is what we have learned about a normal lion. You can say जो एक normal lion होता है उसके बारे में हमने यही सारी चीज़ें सीखी है ना. हमको यही मालूम है. वी हैव स्टडीड ओनली दैट अबाउट अ नॉर्मल लायन. बट हियर वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट अ लायन हु हैज़ टर्न्ड इनटू ए वेजिटेरियन लायन. मतलब अभी वो नॉन वेज नहीं खाता है. ही डजंट ईट मीट, ही डजंट इवन रोर, ही डजंट किल एनिमल्स एंड इट ऑल्सो डजंट फील like scaring anybody. Okay, so we are going to read about this lion in this poem which is written by Spike Milligan. The poet of the poem is Spike Milligan. So let's just read the poem. You can also recite the poem along with me. So please open your book, students, your Communicate in English, page number 39 and read along with me. Okay, students? So let's read it. The Veggie Lion, written by Spike Milligan. I am a vegetarian lion. I have given up all meat. I have given up all roaring. All I do is go tweet tweet. I never ever sink my claws into some animal's skins. It only lets the blood run out and lets the germs rush in. I used to be ferocious. I even tried to kill. But the sight of all the blood made me feel quite ill. I once attacked an elephant. I sprang straight at his head. I woke up 3 days later in a jungle hospital bed. Now I just eat carrots. They are easy to kill, 'cause when I pounce on them, they all remain quite still. So students, I hope that you also recited this poem along with me. And now we are going to go through the discussion of this poem stanza wise. Okay, so let's just see the first stanza. I am a vegetarian lion. I have given up all meat. I have given up all roaring. All I do is go to eat, to eat. So the lion over here in this poem says that he has turned into a vegetarian lion. He has turned into a vegetarian lion. He has given up all meat. That means he is no more a carnivore. ठीक है? He is no more a carnivore. Carnivore मैंने आपको बताया. Carnivore का मतलब क्या होता है? Carnivore means the animals who eats only flesh of other animals. They don't eat any plants or vegetables. So ये जो लायन है यहाँ पे पोयम में वो क्या कह रहा है कि he has become a vegetarian lion and it has given up all meat, right? It has given up all meat. That means it doesn't eat another animal's flesh anymore. Given up means surrendered. That means he doesn't do that thing now. I have given up all roaring, and he no more roars. He no more scares other animals. Roaring means dahadna, right? The way lion communicates, you can say, right? So what does a lion do? A lion roars, but this veggie lion has given up roaring also. What he does, it does only tweet tweet. Now what do you mean by tweet tweet, students? Tweet tweet means a chirp of a small bird. चर्पिंग करते हैं ना छोटे बर्ड्स, चर्प ऑफ स्मॉल बर्ड्स. सो जो छोटे छोटे बर्ड्स चर्पिंग करते हैं, राइट, वो सिर्फ वैसा ही आवाज़ अभी निकालता है. इट जस्ट डज ट्वीट ट्वीट. इट नो मोर रोर्स बिकॉज इट हैज़ गिवन अप रोरिंग. ओके, नाउ लेट्स सी सेकेंड स्टैंजा. I never ever sink my claws into some animal's skin. It only lets the blood run out and let the germs rush in. So what does it say? As it has turned into vegetarian lion, as it does not eat any meat, so what it does, it never ever sink his claws into some animal's skins. Sink मतलब submerge. ठीक है, sink का मतलब क्या होता है? To put the whole claws into somebody's skin over here. ठीक है, यहाँ पे लायन अपनी बात कर रहा है कि इट नेवर एवर सिंक इट्स क्लॉज. सिंक मतलब उसके जो नेल्स है वो कभी भी स्किन के अंदर सबमर्ज नहीं करता है या इंसर्ट नहीं करता है. इट डजेंट सिंक इट्स क्लॉज इनटू सम एनिमल्स स्किन बिकॉज ही नो मोर हैज़ टू ईट द फ्लैश, राइट? So it doesn't need to do that. And it says that what happens when you sink the claws into animal skin. Now he understands कि जब भी वो अपने claws मतलब अपने nails को किसी animals के skin के अंदर डालता है, पहले जो करता था वो, right? अभी तो vegetarian हो गया है, लेकिन पहले जब वो करता था ऐसा, what happened at that time? It only lets the blood run out. Run out मतलब it comes out. The blood comes out from the animal which is being killed. जिस एनिमल को मार रहा है वो, अगर वो उसकी बॉडी में अपने क्लॉज डाल रहा है, इफ़ इट इज़ ट्राइंग टू टेयर दैट एनिमल अप, राइट, इट ट्राइज टू टेयर दैट एनिमल अप, तो तब क्या होता है जब ऐसा किया जाता है? ओनली द ब्लड कम्स आउट ऑफ दैट बॉडी. उसकी बॉडी से सिर्फ ब्लड रन आउट होगा, मतलब बाहर आ जाएगा. एंड लेट्स द जर्म्स रश इन. दैट मीन्स the germs which are present on the animal skin which is being killed, right, what would it happen? It would get into his claws, right? You might have noticed आप जब भी बाहर खेलने जाते हो, right, अभी नहीं लेकिन पहले जब आप खेलने जाते होंगे बाहर, and if you go and play in dust, right, जहाँ पे मिट्टी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, then when you come home you might see the dust in your nails, right? Until and unless you clean it properly with the soap, it won't go away. That means along with the dust, the germs also get into your nails, right? In the same way, the lion is also saying कि whenever it sinks its claws into some animal skin, the germs rush in and the blood runs out. मतलब blood एनिमल की बॉडी से बाहर निकल जाता है और उसकी स्किन के ऊपर जो जर्म्स होंगे वो उसके क्लॉज के थ्रू उसके बॉडी में चले जाएंगे, राइट? बिकॉज इट माइट यूज द सेम hand, yeah, say sorry, not hand, we can say paws. It might use the same paws along with the claws to put that animal flesh into his mouth, right? So सारे germs जो है जो उसके claws में present है वो सारे उसके body में चले जाएंगे, right? Now let's see third stanza. What does the lion say? It says that I used to be ferocious. Ferocious का मतलब क्या होता है? Fierce, cruel, violent, right? It never thinks about the animal which is there in front of him. It just wants to kill that animal and eat it up, right? That he was before he turned into vegetarian lion. He used to be ferocious. That means in past he used to be very ferocious. He used to be very cruel and violent. I even tried to kill. And what does it say? The lion used to try to kill the animals, right? He was very ferocious and he tried to kill the animals. But now when it has turned into the vegetarian lion, the sight of all the blood made me feel quite ill. So now when he sees the blood, right? Whenever he sees the blood, it makes him feel ill. उसको sick होने की feeling आती है. It makes him quite ill. मतलब उसको fairly, you can say completely, उसको ऐसी feeling आ जाती है कि it is so disgusting and so bad and he feels sick about those things. मतलब उसको वो चीज़ों से अभी ऐसा लगता है कि those things which he used to do were so bad, right? वो जो चीज़ें पहले करता था वो अभी उसको ऐसा लगता है कि ये सारी चीज़ें बिल्कुल भी अच्छी नहीं है. Let's see next stanza. I once attacked an elephant. I sprang straight into his head. I woke up 3 days later in a jungle hospital bed. So now what it might have happened कि it once tried to attack an elephant. उसने एक बार elephant को attack करने का try किया होगा, right? Although being a king of jungle, you know that the largest animal on the land is considered to be the elephant, right? Elephant को हम largest animal गिनते हैं on land. लेकिन lion जो है वो king है जंगल का. So it might have tried to attack the elephant. And how did it attack? It sprang straight at his head. Sprang मतलब jump. It jumped straight at his head. मतलब directly उसके head के ऊपर जाके कूदा. And what happened? He might have felt unconscious, right? वो नीचे गिर गया होगा, unconscious हो गया होगा. And when he woke up 3 days later, what did it found out? When it woke up 3 days later, 3 दिन के बाद जब वो उठा, what did it see? That it was lying in a jungle hospital bed. That means that lion once tried to attack an elephant and after 3 days it woke up on a jungle hospital bed. Now see this, there is no such thing in the jungle, right? But yes, to make the poem funny and to make it lively, the poet has used these kinds of words over here. Okay, now let's see the last stanza of this poem. Now I just eat carrots, they are easy to kill, 'cause when I pounce upon them, they all remain quite still. Now the veggie lion has started eating vegetables, right? And plants. So what does it say? That now I only eat carrots. अभी मैं किसी के ऊपर अटैक नहीं करता because I'm no more a carnivore and I don't even roar or I don't even try to kill anyone because उसको जो blood दिखता है हर जगह, now that makes him feel sick. It makes him feel disgusted. ठीक है? So अभी वो क्या करता है? It just eats carrots because they are easy to kill. Now see, you need to understand one simple thing कि carrots जो है वो plants है और हम plants को क्या गिनते हैं? Living thing गिनते हैं, and plants are also living things. That means if you are uprooting some plant or vegetable or fruit, whatever it is, if you are uprooting or cutting that vegetable or fruit from the plant, that means somewhere we are also killing that plants. Well, you cannot argue on that. Okay, but yes, according to the lion, what it says, that they are easy to kill. Why is it easy to kill carrots? Because whenever the lion tries to pounce on them, pounce का मतलब क्या होता है? To jump suddenly on your prey. मतलब उनका जो prey मतलब शिकार जो होता है, राइट? प्रेडेटर का मतलब शिकारी होता है और प्रे का मतलब शिकार होता है, राइट? मतलब जिसको वो अटैक करता है वो। तो यहाँ पे ये जो वेजी लायन है, जब भी वो अपने वेजीज के ऊपर अटैक करता है, वेन एवर इट ट्राइज टू अटैक और पाउंस अपॉन द वेजिटेबल्स, व्हाट डू द वेजिटेबल्स डू? वेल, दे ऑल रिमेन क्वाइट still. That means they are all very quiet and they stay still. They don't even move from their place, right? Although it cannot move, but we know that plants are also living things because it cooks food by itself and it also breathes carbon dioxide, right? So yes, according to the lion, whenever it tries to kill the vegetables, it remains silent and it becomes very easy for the lion to get all his veggies. Okay, so students, I hope that you are clear with this poem. It's very interesting and it was very nice poem. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you have any doubt, students, you can ask me in the live class. Okay, now let's go through the exercises which are there at the back of the poem on page number 40. Now here we have an exercise. First exercise is true or false. So let's see the answer for those. Let's see the first sentence. The lion has become vegetarian. Well, what do you think, students? Is it true or false? Yes, it is true, right? Because the lion has become a vegetarian lion. He still roars very loudly. Now, this is totally wrong because he has given up roaring. He has stopped hunting animals. Well, yes, that is true because, why is it true, students? Because he doesn't like to see the blood at all now. He used to be ferocious. That means he used to be cruel. Now he is not that kind of animal. So this is also true. The sight of blood makes him hungry. The sight of blood. That means whenever it sees the blood, it makes him hungry. That means he feels like eating. Do you think this is right, students? No, this is totally wrong, right? It makes him feel ill. He once killed an elephant. Now, what do you think, students? Is it true? No, it's totally false because it tried to jump over on the elephant. He tried to kill the elephant, but nothing happened to the elephant. But yes, the lion had to stay in the hospital for 3 days. And let's see last one. Sorry. He only eats carrots now because he finds them tasty. Now, what do you think, students? Is this answer right? True? Do you think this line is true? Well, no, it's not true. He only eats carrots because it is easier to kill them. That's the reason the lion likes to eat carrot. So this sentence is again false. Okay. Now let's see the question answers which are given over here. What is the first question? Can a lion become vegetarian and why not? What do you think, students? Can a lion become vegetarian? Is it possible? No, it's not possible. This is only a poem, right? It's only a poem दिस इज़ नॉट रियलिटी विच हैज़ बीन मैंशनड इन द पोएम. एक्चुअली में लायन जो होता है वो कभी वेजीज नहीं खा सकता है. ही is a carnivore and he will always remain a carnivore, right? So let's see the answer. No, a lion cannot become a vegetarian. Lions by nature are carnivores. They need huge amounts of protein to survive, and this is possible only through meat. Vegetarian food would be inadequate to meet the nutritional requirements of a lion. So a lion cannot be a vegetarian. Why? Because it's a carnivore. जैसे कि मैंने आपको समझाया, right? It's a carnivore. उनको काफ़ी ज़्यादा प्रोटीन चाहिए होता है to live a life in the jungle, right? To live a life in the jungle, it needs to have lots and lots of protein. और वो प्रोटीन जो होता है वो ज़्यादातर मीट से मिलता है. मीट मतलब फ्लैश से मिलता है. And that is the reason that it cannot become a vegetarian, because vegetarian food जो होता है वो उसके लिए enough नहीं है. It is not enough for a lion. It is inadequate. Inadequate means it is less. It won't meet his nutritional requirements. Okay. Now let's see second question. How has the lion in the poem changed after becoming vegetarian? That means what are the changes which we have noticed in the lion once it became vegetarian? So let's see the answer. After turning vegetarian, the Veggie Lion has stopped roaring and killing other animals. His diet now only consists of carrots. So after turning vegetarian, what has the lion stopped? The first thing is the lion has stopped roaring. Then it has stopped killing other animals. He is no more ferocious, right? And his diet only consists of carrots. ठीक है, मतलब वो अपने डाइट में अभी सिर्फ कैरेट्स ही खाता है. ओके, लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट वन. What makes the poem enjoyable? Is it the contrast between the behavior of a normal lion and veggie lion? Obviously there is a contrast. Contrast means opposite, right? There is a contrast between the behavior of normal lion and veggie lion. And what makes the poem enjoyable? Let's see the answer. The very idea of the lion turning vegetarian and the ways in which he has changed make the poem enjoyable, right? Now that is true because द आइडिया कि लायन जो है वो वेजिटेरियन हो गया, तो अगर ऐसा होगा तो वो किंग ऑफ द जंगल तो रहेगा ही नहीं, है ना, क्योंकि उसके अलावा बाकी काफ़ी सारे एनिमल्स हैं जो उससे ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग बन जाएंगे. सो द वेरी आइडिया इज़ वेरी एन्जॉयबल बिकॉज दैट थिंग इज़ not possible and it's not a reality, and that's why you can just enjoy the poem. It is for fun. And the thing which makes the poem enjoyable, the lines which make the poem enjoyable are tweeting instead of roaring, right? It has started tweeting. Tweeting means chirping like a small bird instead of roaring. फिर eating carrots instead of meat. Carrots खाना चालू कर दिया है उसने instead of meat. और तीसरा क्या है? behaving in a manner that is very different to its usual inherent nature. That means जो नेचर है उसका, राइट, द वे इट शुड बिहेव, उससे वो टोटली डिफरेंट मैनर में बिहेव कर रहा है, राइट. सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न द पोएम इज़ एन्जॉयबल. लेट्स सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. Here we need to mention 3 differences between a normal lion and a veggie lion. So what are the differences between a normal lion and a veggie lion? Let's see. A normal lion roars, right? It roars loudly to scare away other animals, right? And veggie lion जो है वो सिर्फ ट्वीट करता है. ट्वीट means it chirps like a small bird. The normal lion eats meat because it is carnivore, and veggie lion feeds on carrots. और जो वेजी लायन है पोयम के अंदर वो क्या खाता है, सिर्फ कैरेट्स खा रहा है. Normal lion is ferocious and it kills. It is cruel, violent and it kills the animal for the flesh. लेकिन वेजी लायन जो है उसको ब्लड देख के भी अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. The sight of the blood makes him sick, right? Just by looking at the blood which flows from the animal's body, right? जिसको मार दिया है उसकी बॉडी से जो ब्लड निकलता है वो देख के भी उसको डिस्गस्टेड फील आता है. मतलब ही फील्स सिक, ही डजंट लाइक इट एट ऑल टू सी दोज थिंग्स. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप कि यू अंडरस्टूड द पोएम ऑल्सो and you are clear with all the words as I have explained you the meaning of each and every word in the poem. And this exercise, question answers and meanings, you have to write it down in your notebook. Okay, I would be sending you the PDF. आप true false और ये जो yes true false and true false you have to write it in the textbook. बाकी के जो क्वेश्चन आंसर्स हैं, ये जो डिफरेंस है फोर्थ वाला क्वेश्चन, वो भी आपको अपनी नोटबुक में ही लिखना है. ठीक है, ओके देन, थैंक यू.